Lakers Nation, what is going on, guys? So, welcome back to the channel with the new video. And today's day two of free agency, and I'm super upset. Like, I'm trying to keep my composure and let things, take time and develop. But it's very hard to be patient as a diehard Lakers fan. As much as I want the Lakers to do something, the only move that we made so far was day one of free agency yesterday, and that was pretty much, signing a small forward slash shooting guard, and his name is Jake Rolavia. I mean, it's cool. It's not a big name. It's a small signing, but the Lakers have to do more than that. But I'm actually completely you know numb to it. Like, I'm used to it, so I'm not really trying to get my hopes up. Like, almost every single day I'm off season, I'm hoping the Lakers do something. But the more we miss on these centers, it's not gonna look good. Like, they're not available no more. They're off the boards. Clint Capella got like $9 or $8 million to the Houston Rockets. Brook Lopez is actually the one that got $9 million to the other LA team, the Los Angeles Clippers. So the free agent market is obviously dry when it comes to the center position. You got Larry Nance Jr. is more of like a power forward slash center, but he went to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Um, Kevin Looney went to the New Orleans Pelicans. Um, Luke Cornett signed with the San Antonio Spurs. So the options are just not very good. Miles Turner went to, the Milwaukee Bucks, which I thought was very interesting. But today I do want to break down some centers, a new target. There are some other centers that been pretty much linked to it, so it's not really new if you get what I'm trying to say. But before I get into the video, guys, I really appreciate it if you can guys keep liking each of my videos so my channel can grow. Really helps the algorithm a lot. And also turn on the notification bell so you guys get notified. I do post daily, if not almost every single day. And subscribe. We're really trying to reach my next milestone. My goal is 4K subs. Love you guys. And also, last thing, do me a favor, help your brother out, Mr. A1 and Trevor Fields. Follow my socials because I do talk Lakers basketball. The links will be down in the description. So I'm not gonna waste too much time. And let's get back into today's video. So we just got a recent, report coming from Brett Siegel, the NBA, on his Twitter account, and it says reportedly the Lakers have pretty much held trade talks with the Phoenix Suns about the center Nick Richards, who's 27 years of age. A trade leak sources told Clutch Points. LA was a team listed by Michael Scotto as having interest in Richards. A team is also called about potentially Yves Missi for the New Orleans Pelicans and Robert Williams III trades with the New Orleans Pelicans and the Portland Trailblazers. Now, in my personal opinion, like the most upside and like potential and as raw has the tangibles is really Yves Missi for the New Orleans Pelicans. But if I had to rank them, probably, Yves Missi, Robert Williams, and then Nick Richards. But I really want to start with the video talk about Nick Richards, right? He's been a player that's been linked to the Lakers for some time. Even when he was on the Charlotte Hornets, they were rumored to him. But he wound up getting traded to the Phoenix Suns in exchange for Yusuf Nurkic. And it looks like they want to trade him. He's very cheap. He's making around like $5 million. I'm pretty sure it's expiring. He'll become unrestricted free agent in 2026. So it's non guaranteed. He's athletic. He's a two-way center. Can just be a lob threat and just protect the rim. So he's a guy that just makes perfect sense. Like, he could pretty much do, dot to connect and just swap players. But are they gonna probably want more than that? Depending what they're asking for. Like, I'm not giving up a first round pick. Like, I'm not doing that. Maybe a second round pick and a pick swap. But Nick Richards, like, let's just be honest, he's more of like a backup center. Like, he can start, but he's just another souped up, version of Jackson Hayes. Like, no shades towards Nick Richards, but he's a guy that I've been, clamoring for and saying that we should get on, the Los Angeles Lakers when he was on the Charlotte Hornets. But, you know, the Phoenix Suns, they acquired the 10th overall pick from the, you know, Houston Rockets, right? You got Jalen Green, you got Dylan Brooks, so that's the Houston Rockets pick, and they wound up getting 7'2" South Sudan center from Duke. Come on, Malawach, I think that's how you pronounce his name. And then you obviously traded Mark Williams, who should have been a Laker. I mean, he fell, his physical was rescinded, but it is what it is. That's just how I feel about him. So they got, two, very good centers that are gonna be elite that could be in the rotation, so that's why they're trying to trade Nick Richards. Like, I'm not really sure what his value is, but they did lose Mason Plumlee to the Charlotte Hornets. He's back on their team. I'm pretty sure Bobo is unlikely. I'm not sure if he signed with the team, so he's an interesting player. Now, the next player I do want to talk about is Yves Missi, and I really wanted the Lakers to draft him last year, but they didn't. With the 17th overall pick, they took Thought to Connect, a sharpshooter. I feel like that was like more of a like JJ Redick, thing. like he really wanted him. But that's just how I feel about him. But that's just my personal opinion. And the Lakers already tried to trade, Dalton Connect, Cam Reddish. I believe it was like a 2031, first round pick and like a pick slot for, Mark Williams, but we all know how that pan out. But I won't be surprised if the Lakers wind up trading Dalton Connect again. But Yves Missi, he went 21st overall pick in the first round. Like, I'll be surprised if the New Orleans Pelicans want to trade him. Like, do you want to get rid of him already into your first year? He was a freshman from Baylor, Bears, and he's young, he's athletic, he's mobile. Like, he has, a lot of upside growing and develop to do. But he's listed at 6'11", weighs about 236 pounds. He did play college as a freshman, like I said. So he's Cameroon. He's from, the same continent as me, which is actually insane. But this year, he was a rookie. He averaged around 9.2 points per game, shot 54.7% from the field, 8.2 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 1.3 blocks, 0.5 steals. Doesn't take any threes at all, like no attempts at all. So pretty much he has to be set up. He can't create for himself. I think, teams would pretty much attack him, but he did play around 30, or no, 73 games, I meant to say. I don't know why I said 30. Playing around 67 game starts, playing 26 point minutes a night. Now, if I was to get Yves Missi, like, I'm not giving up a lot. Maybe get a sharpshooter or a 6'7", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 3-and-D wing and Trey Murphy. Maybe get a premier defender in Herb Jones. I'm pretty sure he made all defense team first year, last year. Like, he's very good defensively. Like, that's the only way I'll give up our first round pick and pick swap. But I'm not giving up, you know, Dalton Connect and a first round pick just for Yves Missi. Like, that's just my personal opinion. It's not happening. But the New Orleans Pelicans, they were like close to dead last in the Western Conference, close to the Utah Jazz. I mean, the way the white flags because of injuries, DeJounte Murray towards Achilles, CJ McCollum just got traded for Jordan Poole. Literally, I'm pretty sure like last week might have been the week before that, but I do digress. You also got, Trey Murphy. You got Jose Alvarado. So they've been dealing with a lot of injuries pretty much their entire, star lineup. Even Zion Williamson can't even stay healthy, throughout his career. So it would be very frustrating if you're a New Orleans Pelicans fan. But Herb Jones, like, I'll love him. But the Lakers need to solve their center position like it's a priority. Then wing depth. That should be the second, thing or goal in mind. You get what I'm trying to say? But he's hyper athletic. He's an athlete. That's what the Lakers need. Now, the last player I do want to talk about on my list is Robert Williams, the third Time Lord from the Portland Trailblazers. Originally, he did play for the Boston Celtics, so he has plenty of experience in the NBA. He's made it to the Eastern Conference, Finals, NBA Finals. But he can be very good. It's just you can't count on him in the regular season and in the postseason, right? This is his second year with the Portland Trailblazers. Only played like 6 games. He has, illnesses and DNPs, right? He did play around 20 games last year, obviously, before he got traded from, the Boston Celtics. But he's undersized, listed at 6'9". He's 27 years of age. He has like a 7'6" wingspan, but he's a pretty good passer as a big. He could switch on to guards. He's athletic. He could rim run. He could be a lot better. Like, he's perfect. It's just the only knock I have on him is just his injury concerns. Like, if he give you like 50 plus games, not even that, at least 60 or 70, then I'm cool with that. But he'll play at least the next, 5 games and then just sit out. You're going to try to say, but second year with Portland, played, 6 games, 3 starts, average around 5 points per game, shot 64.1% from the field, 5.9 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 1.7 blocks, and 0.7 steals. Shot 33.3% from the three-point line on 0.2 attempts per game. First time in his career, he's a career 14.3% three-point shooter, but he's not a guy that you really want taking that much, attempts. Doesn't really space out the floor, and he shot around 88.2% from the free throw line, which is a huge boost from, the previous years in his career. So that's definitely a career high. 0.9 attempts a game, a career high, and shot around 67.4% from the free throw line for his career on 1.2 attempts per game, playing around 17.6 minutes a game action this season. He's making currently around $13.2 million. He'll become unrestricted free agent in 2026, so pretty much expiring. But if we're going to trade for him, like, I'm not giving up a first round pick. Maybe a second round pick and a pick swap at most. Like, his value is very low and the risk is just very high. The reward is very low. But I'll probably, swap Gabe Vincent He has one more year left on his deal. He'll become unrestricted free agent in 2026, expiring. So that's like the only way I'll do it. Like I'm not giving up Rui Hachimura. I'm pretty sure he's making around $18.6 million. One more year left on his deal, expiring. He'll become unrestricted free agent. Man, I can't even speak. But in 2026, like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not giving up Rui Hachimura for you know Bob Williams straight up. But if it's Gabe Vincent, then sure. But Lakers fans, NBA fans, general, you guys let me know in the comment section. How do you guys feel about these, three centers being linked to the Lakers, especially a new center, Yves Missi, first time being linked to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, the serious option is obviously, Al Horford from the Boston Celtics. He's 39 years of age. Like, he'd be cool as a backup, but as a starter, then I'll pass. I would pretty much sign him to a vet minimum. He's been there. He's hit, big shots. He's 6'9", weighs about 240 pounds, but he's older. Like, that's a concern about him declining. But he'll be a rental. It's not like it's a long-term piece, but it's bang for your buck. Very good defender. He's like a five-time NBA All-Star. I'm not even sure if he's going to be Hall of Famer, but he won a championship last year, for the first time in his career. Took him that long, and that was on the Boston Celtics. But he's athletic. He can space out the floor. To be honest, guys, he's more of like a LeBron James type of center because he likes to drive, get downhill, and just kick it out to the shooters. Whereas Luka Doncic, he pretty much likes to dribble, drive, have the defense collapse, get into the teeth of the defense, and just throw the alley oop, dunks. So we got what I'm trying to say. Al Horford, he can catch occasional lob, but he's not really a lob threat, and pretty much he can pussy up a little bit in the paint. Like I wouldn't call him like an actual, center, more of like a power forward, but he can play center, right? But the options are just, dwindling. Obviously, DeAndre Ayton is a viable option. He became available after like 2 or 3 nights ago, getting bought out from the Portland Trailblazers. He was making around like 35 plus $1 million. Like, can you imagine if the Lakers gave up that much assets for a guy who can't stay on the court? Like, he's in his own head, but he's bought out. He's going to be much cheaper than if you were to trade for him. And this tells me that he's probably going to sign for at least 2 years player option, 60 million, make around 8 million. Like, I really think it's going to happen because why would you sign Jake Relavia for at least 2 years, 12 million, 6 million, right? Because I'm pretty sure the Portland Trailblazers sign him, or he got bad out. He made like an extra, 5 million, or not even been less than that, if not 10 million, but it was like around 25 something $1 million. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to do the math. Like, I'm not very good at it. So he's probably going to take the full MLE, 14.1 or $14.2 million. Now that the Lakers lost Dorian Finney-Smith in free agency to the Houston Rockets, so the Lakers have the full MLE. You got the taxpayer exception worth about $5.6 million, but you got some of the full MLE, especially because he just signed you know, Jake Relavia. So we'll see what happens. I'll definitely update you guys, especially if we get more reports, rumors and free agency, signings. But the Lakers have to do something like Rob Plinka, like the time is on his hands, like the clock. Like, I don't know what he's doing. I know there's reports about, the Lakers pretty much freeing some cap space until like 2027 to go get like a max player, like a superstar to play alongside, Luka Doncic. But I just don't really like the idea of the Lakers, punting the season. I know LeBron James not gonna be happy about it. Maybe, Luka Doncic cool with it, but he might be upset because you lost your friend Dorian Finney-Smith. Like, why would you punt the season? You want to compete as long as you have Luka Doncic, LeBron James. But I get it. The Lakers are trying to build for the future. Also trying to compete. Like, do a soft rebuild. It's very hard to do two things at the same time. But you got to pick a lane. You got to pick a direction. Like, you can't do both, right? But the Lakers are trying to do that and also plan for the future. So maybe Luka Doncic looks at it like that and understands. But he wants a lob threat. He wants somebody that could just pick a role. Like, for example, we've seen Derek Lively the second and Daniel Gafford just work out with the Dallas Mavericks. But that's all I got for today's video. Comment down if you guys like my breakdown. Just keep respectful in the comment section. Make sure you guys keep sharing and subscribing. Like, I'm really trying to reach my next goal. My milestone is 4K subs. But I love you guys. And yeah, man, I'm out of here. Peace. Cheers.